What's up guys, Lifting here. In this video I'll give you 10 tips on how to survive in the Lords Labyrinth. The first thing you need to know is that you cannot use portals inside the labyrinth. Creating one is possible, but once you use it to exit the zone, it will disappear and you cannot go back in. The zone then resets and you'll have to start all over from the beginning, so don't do that. Number 2, don't be afraid to overlevel the zone and come back when you are better geared, especially if you play in hardcore. You're not doing the labyrinth for the sake of experience, but rather just to unlock your Ascendancy class and farm enchantments, and it's not worth dying in there to just get it a little sooner. Number 3, make sure to have at least one movement skill ability and at least 15 to 20% increased movement speed bonus. Being able to outrun the traps is very important and can mean the difference between getting sawed in half or surviving. As for the movement skills, make sure to link them to the related support gems that increase their animation speed, like faster attacks for leap slam and faster casting for flame dash and lightning warp. Number 4, do not click the dark shrines. These shrines can have a multitude of negative effects, permanently affecting your character while in the labyrinth, making the zone much harder to complete. An example of this is reducing your life and mana regeneration, or granting 80% fire resistance to enemy monsters, and the first time I got that debuff I was playing as a flame totem character. Needless to say, it wasn't fun. That said, if you do like to run the risk, using the dark shrines can also provide your character with significant buffs such as permanent 100% crit chance during the labyrinth run, or spawning a multitude of items. When it comes to it, it's up to you to decide whether or not you want to risk it, but you should probably not do it the first few times you run the labyrinth. Number 5, make sure to upgrade and craft your flasks before entering the labyrinth. Having 2 to 3 seething or bubbling flasks makes the run significantly easier. A granite, basalt, quicksilver and even a quartz flask can be very useful in the labyrinth as well. Number 6, unless you have a very specific reason for it, don't rush. Being reckless will kill you faster than anything else in the labyrinth. Furthermore, scouting out the various areas in the zone grants you the chance of finding certain items that makes the Isaro fight easier. You can also find secret doors, shortcuts, and overall, just stopping up to get an understanding of the movement patterns of the various traps can be very valuable for your long-term health. I mean, casually stepping on each trigger plate and getting impaled from all angles is, after all, a bad idea. Number 7, if you can, prioritize getting lots of life regeneration. Since you can't port back to town, the only way to refill flasks in the labyrinth is to kill monsters, and when there are no monsters you will have no flask charges. And running through a zone filled with traps and no way of regenerating your life sucks. Because of that, life regeneration becomes very useful in the labyrinth. Number 8, make sure to have a single target damage set up for the 3 Isaro fights as well. Isaro is in general very tanky, and if you use a suboptimal AoE setup, you'll be at a significant disadvantage. There's furthermore certain elements spawning in the Isaro fights that will have to be dealt with swiftly, as they otherwise will carry over to the next encounters with him and make the fights even harder. A single target setup really makes a big difference here. Number 9, since most of the traps in the labyrinth deals physical damage, using a cast when damage taken immortal call and increased duration setup can save your life. For the final and 10th tip, I'm going to tell you to bring any type of totem with you into the labyrinth. Oftentimes you will want to pass through areas where constant damaging spikes shoots from the walls, and by strategically placing the totems in front of the spikes, you can make them soak the damage and clear the way for you to pass through, leaving you unharmed and much safer. That was the 10 tips from me to you on how to survive in the Lords Labyrinth. If you have any tips yourself, share them below in the comment section. If you enjoyed the video and want to see more, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching, and bros, do you even nerd?